how to thread the heavy-duty Singer Serger X5004 HD. In this video, I will demonstrate how to thread the Singer Serger with 3 threads, 1 needle. To the right of the machine, you can see the tools that I will be using to accomplish this job. Hi there. This is going to be a video about this Singer Serger model number X5004 HD. Here it is right here. First of all, I'm going to remove the hat so it doesn't fall off. In this video, I'm going to thread this serger. This serger is capable of having both a left needle and a right needle. Only the right needle is installed and working in this serger in this video today. So I will turn the serger around, remind myself where the thread spools go, and put them up to the thread holder and get the machine threaded. I'm really looking forward to working with this machine. I have looked at it briefly, and I did even actually plug it in, turn it on, and run it with nothing, with no threads or cloth or anything like that. So that part does work, and I knew that it would work because it is the used machine. Anyway, I'm going to turn the machine around and show you how I'm going to get the thread up to the front so that we can see how it's threaded. It was a successful little solution, but it's really been a lot of fun. There's a lot to this machine. Hi, I just want to give you a brief look at what I'm using to manipulate the thread, and you don't need a lot of tools for this job. All you need is a good, what I call a flat pointed set of tweezers or forceps. All I had when I started the Serger threading 4 days ago, was these sharp pointed tweezers or forceps. And they're not good for holding thread because the thread just slides right through them. So I've put them out of the way. These are excellent. These are good as well. I use these in a couple of tighter spots on this Serger. And these are also good forceps or tweezers. And this pair that I'm holding here are really common. You see, I see a lot of these all over the place. But why I like these is because they have the flat tip that will hold a piece of thread tightly. So that's all I really need. And what I'm going to do now is get back to the machine and show you how I thread that up. So here I am at the Serger, and I'm going to talk about the thread. And as you see, there's 4 colors: gold or yellow, red, green, and blue. So the green is the right needle and the blue is the left needle. This red one is the upper looper, and that one, the yellow one, is the lower looper. And what are these? These are tension discs, just like on sewing machines, except there's 4 of them. So I have to turn the serger around to thread it. But before I do that, what I would like to do is unthread it so that I can show you how to thread it. So I'm just going to snip these threads all off right here, like that. And what I'm going to do is first I'm going to thread the red thread it by itself. So we'll get behind the serger. So first I'm going to have the red thread come up, and I'll loop it into its stand, and now it's hanging down, and it has to go over here on the red pair of discs. Now the thread has to be brought up to the thread guide just above the handle, like up near where the handle is. That's the handle there. So, and the way to do it is to bring it up, and it has to slide under this loop. So I'll show you what I mean. Here's the thread, and now because I'm at the back, it has to be threaded into the thread guide from the right side. If you were facing the front, it would be the left side, but here it is the right side, and you slide it under that loop Whoops, I missed. There, I heard it seat. So the red thread has gone in, and I'm pulling it through. And it's going in there nice and smooth, nice and fluid. You might be able to see a little more of that loop there. And so now I'm going to turn the machine around, the serger around, so that I'm facing the front of the serger again. So here we see the red thread, and I'm just going to make sure that it's seated in between the discs, and I believe it is. I can see it a bit there, and I can feel when I pull, I've got a direct pull on my left hand front by my right hand. So I'll just pull that down, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to open this door here, like that. The next thing I have to do with my red thread, which is right there, I have to put it through this thread guide here. There's two of them up here. This one is for the red, and this one is for the yellow. The one for the green and blue are up here. Both the green and the blue go through this one. The green goes up there and the blue thread goes there. We're not using blue thread. The blue thread that I have there is still wrapped. I'm not using it here today. So this goes in the guide simply like that. And right here is a red dot. And if I look right there, I will see there is a number. Well, it doesn't matter what the number is, that's for the yellow thread. But if I look at this diagram here, I see that it has to come down and then go up that way. So, and I've done it 2 or 3 times already, so it's pretty straightforward and simple. So what I do is I get my favorite tweezers, and all I'm really doing here is guiding the thread with the tweezers, and the thread has gone in. You can see with my right forefinger, I'm holding the red thread there so it stayed taut while I was down here with the tweezers holding the thread, and with my left hand I pulled up here to get the thread to go through that guide there. And now we have to go from this red guide up to this red mark here. So we'll go on up there. Like that. I'll get my handy dandy tweezers and my fingers, and it has to go up there now. And actually I got it in without the tweezers. So you can get it in without the tweezers, that's nice too, isn't it? Of course it is. I'm going to trim that off a little. I don't need all that long working stuff now. So from here, I have to go up to here. Alrighty, so the thread is going to come from here, and it's going to go up to that hole on the upper looper. This thing here with the big hole and the little hole and the arch, that is the upper looper. And this thing here, this flat, narrow, horizontal thing with a groove on the front and a hole there, that is the lower looper. So first we're going to come up with the red thread to the upper looper, and I'm going to put the thread through that hole there, that guide there, and then I'll show you what we do with it. Okay.
And for this job I will be using the tweezers, the forceps. I'm gonna trim the end of the thread because it's a small hole. So I have a nice narrow sharp point. Alrighty. Now see how I line up those flat holders on the forceps to get it, and then I have to get my magnifying glass. Okay, so it's in there. Well, it's in there, it's through. It's awkward to get. But I'll just push it through a little more. Like that. And then I'll go behind. Where'd it go? Oh, it went down. Now the thread is right there. So I'm going to pull it. I'm going to pull it forward, away from me, like that. And now I can hold the thread with my fingers, maybe. Yes, I can. the thread has gone up there and it has to be lowered and pulled or pushed to the left to go under that little horizontal L-shaped thing that hooks the thread down there. And eventually, when I have the other two threads, the green and the yellow, they will go down there with the red as well. And that's how we will get all our threads together after the green is threaded through the right needle and I have the yellow and the red thread. So that's the red thread done now. Now I'm going to do the yellow. Oh, I don't know why it went off. I guess I was still recording. But anyway, I have the yellow thread and it is seated correctly in between the tension discs. And now I'm going to put it in the little first thread guide underneath here. Just like that. Now, I have to go down here with my yellow thread to right there. I think I got the right yellow one. There's two of them close together down there. I want this one, the first, oopsie daisy. I want this one, the first one. And then after we get this one, we'll go to this one right next door. And then we'll go to the third one. And then after these three that are close together, then we'll go back up to near the needle and I'll show you what we'll do up there. But let's get going down here. And once again, I'm going to take another little piece of tape and I'm going to put that right on there because that'll save me a lot of heartache if it stays there. And now it's very simple and easy for me to get the thread in there, get the thread in there, and get the thread in, whoopsie daisy, don't pull them all out, Jeb, you just got them in, there like that. And now I can take it up to its top position. And where I'm going to take it is up to the lower looper, which is this horizontal piece right here. And there's a hole right there where the yellow thread has to go in. But first, the yellow thread has to be caught on a little hook that is really hard to see or virtually unseeable, but you will know when you have it hooked. Okay, there's a couple of things here with the red thread first and then the gold thread. The first thing with the red thread is that it has to go behind the lower looper. See that thread, that red thread? It's in front of the lower looper and it has to be behind it. But it has to be in front of the big looper, the large looper. So it can't go back there, it has to go behind here and lie against there like this. Like that. See how that's in there? Just like that. Now I can move forward and position my gold thread, my yellow thread. So what I have to do is I have to take this yellow thread and put it behind the lower looper like this. Just like that. And then I have to take that yellow thread and push it in down there. And I'm not sure if it has gone or not. Well, we're in. We're through. Barely. Did I pull it out? Not yet. So now I pull that up, and it has to go back through there with the red thread. Like that. And it's through there, and my little stick and my little finger didn't bounce it back out as I pulled them out. And that's our yellow and our red threads done. Like I said, there's the red and yellow threads done, finished, ready. And now I'm going to get the green thread and thread it through right up to and including threading it through the right needle. So here's the green thread coming down to the first thread guide. So it goes in there, and then it goes to the left over to this bigger thread guide over here. And then after it goes in here, it goes up on top of that green dot up there. So let's do that. Here's the first guide. There's the second, and then we take it right up to the green dot. And keeping your forefinger, right forefinger, keeping it on the taut thread, and just pull that green thread down, and we're going to pull it like that, and now we're going to thread the right needle. I'm assuming that most of you have been sewing longer than I have, because I've been sewing less than 3 months, or barely 3 months. I bought the machine September 6th, so October 6th, November 6th, December 6th, so it's just about 3 months or a little over now maybe. And I just started learning about this Serger 3 or 4 days ago. Hasn't even been a week with the Serger. So what I like about Jeb Adams' channel is that I'm here to learn and have fun, and I am learning. I've learned how to sew in less than 3 months. I'm sewing, well, I'm not sewing jeans, but I'm sewing jean pockets, watch pockets, and I'm threading Sergers. And it's funny because when I looked at the Serger, when I got it, I was really intimidated. And so I'm looking at some of the comments on some of the research I'm doing, some of the YouTube channels that I go to find out about this stuff. And I see the comments that, you know, somebody has had a Serger for 2 years, they saw a video, and now they're using it. So that's what motivates me. Anyway, enough of the stories. The thread is going to get put in the right needle. Forgive my you know what, I probably won't even need the magnifying glass. But I'll use it because it's easier. Maybe. No. I've got that in the way now. So I'm going to have to get my TWEEZERS to, you know what, this is a great job restoring sewing machines and learning how to sew. And the problem is I can't see the end of the thread. Let me trim that right now. Good, got a nice sharp point on it. There, the needle's threaded. I have all 3 threads now. My yellow, red, and green. I put the foot down, and I'm going to hand bomb it, rotate the hand wheel towards me with slight taut on the threads. And then removing my masking tape from the red and gold thread. Good job, Jeb. I'm going to leave that needle down. I'm going to plug in the sewing machine now. I'm done turning it around and spinning it around. Got the power on. Yank my pedal over. And I'm going to serge. I won't be using any cloth right here, right now, today. That'll be another video coming up soon. There will be another Serger video coming up real soon too. Here we go. So there it is. That's coming out. Nice. That may look really unorganized, but it's working. I want to point out that the knife is still up here. If I wanted to move it, I would have to push that in and then pull down. But I'm going to leave it up there and leave it out because I don't need it to trim. So I hope this was helpful to you. And I will be making more of this type of serger video in the next few weeks. And I'm really looking forward to actually using it for making my jeans, for doing the jean pockets. That's particularly where the serger is handy. Coming up in the next week or two, I will have both needles in the serger, and I will have the blue thread in, so that we'll have the yellow, red, green, blue thread and both left and right needles. And we'll see, I'll be studying between now and then what more this machine can do, because it's a pretty talented machine. It can do a lot of stuff. And so I want you guys to take care of yourselves, have fun, you know, keep watching, hit the like button and the notify button, and please do subscribe, because I work hard at this and I spend some money at it. So if you like the videos, then please do subscribe. It doesn't take much. It takes less than 10 seconds and it costs you nothing. And actually you've got 426 or 27 videos to look at. That's worth subscribing for. Anyway, I'm going to quit bragging and being arrogant, and thank you, and stay safe, have fun, and I'll be making a video for me and you real soon. You know what? Thank you very much. I love you guys. I do. And I mean gals and guys. When I say guys, I mean everybody.